All right, we're out of ads.
On
Hello,
that note,
hello.
Hmm? On that note, will we have much time to chat with Grill while he's around, or Penny for that matter? Actually, where is Penny?
Oh, Penny's not going to be here at the moment.
Just Grill. Oh,
I am able to stay around as long as necessary, so everyone will get the chance to chat, provided that is not infringing too much upon the DM's plans.
Nah, you're more than fine. But
well, we're all heading back to the same place.
Before we start, though, welcome on in Wazzy. Congrats on getting first. Welcome on in Azario. Welcome on in Rose. It's good to see you. Welcome on in Ray. Pocket. Who else? Ducky. And I think that's all today. But welcome on in everyone and all the folks who are lurking as well. Feel free to hit that feel free to hit that daily check-in if you'd like to. You guys get to add books to your rig dice. You guys get to add books to your shelves, so we know how long you've been here, and you guys get to see it gets to build a little bit. You guys get to see small numbers get big, and we all know everyone loves small numbers getting big. But greetings, dear spirits, and welcome to the Tables of Tartarus, a division of Purgatory Corner where fate is bound by dice and stories are carved into eternity. I'm your storyteller, Sinspeaks, and today we're going to be continuing the tale of Tyrant's Wrath. So take your seats at the table and let the threads of destiny unravel before you. Every story begins somewhere, and here your next chapter begins. Now, we do have Grail here, but since we don't have two or more, I'm not counting as crossover because Grail's also going to leave, sometime in here. But we have Grail in here because we still need to have a discussion about Mr. Grail and the fucking Aasimar that he found suddenly. Alright, so last episode, you guys were chasing down Dakota. It was primarily a combat episode, so it was just a lot of sneaking around, trying to figure out how the enemies worked, and you guys found out that Silas was a what's the word? Basically like a shadow manipulator of sorts. He created clones of some form or another. They didn't seem to take much damage from you guys, but he was perfectly willing and happy to stab you when apparently his weapons were sharp in some case or another. While his companion, Katrin, pretty much was a shadow walker. She literally moved within and away from the shadows, and when Gelmar had caught her, somehow she had literally blended into something or another, like a doll-like creature, and disappeared from his arms. So it was very strange.
I'm not gonna lie, from last week's description, I thought she was one of Silas's illusions.
Ooh. 1A. Oh.
If we didn't get the opportunity, it would have been hilarious to just start sapping her magic. I guess she's trying to escape.
Well, it's been very interesting. But yes, I like that idea, Cyril. That's really interesting to me. But yes, they at least
meds again.
Dude, I'm not even on my meds. I won't be. But yes, it's would be interesting, especially for a character to go down that route. But to the best of your guys' knowledge so far, there were two people, at least from what Aldif and a couple others had seen as well. She didn't seem to have popped over to who was it? Cyril, Ania, and Penny. I think it was Ania. No, not Ania. Cyril, Aldif, and Penny. There we go. But she didn't seem to pop over on that side for some reason, because the two sides were split, so she was only on one. And that was very strange, but it was very interesting. So, at the moment, there are in fact two separate parties that are going on at the moment. You have Cyril, Aldif, and Penny, as well as Grail, Dakota, and Gelmar. You guys are able to locate each other. You guys are roughly within 150 feet of each other to some degree, but you guys are in the middle of a city. But you guys do have sending stones, of course, as well as other mechanisms.
Can I ask a question, just clarifying something?
Sure.
In my own memory at this point.
Uh-huh.
We saw the wound he took from Dakota.
Yes.
Right?
You did. He was shot in the thigh.
His speech?
Hmm?
Did like Aldith, myself, and Penny hear his speech?
Yes, he pulled up a clone in front of you guys too.
Okay, so but like that speech when he was talking to Dakota was we heard that same speech.
Yeah, he made sure you
Okay.
guys did by having a clone in front of you guys too. Though you could definitely tell he wasn't talking to you guys, but he also left a coin and a knife with you guys as well as Dakota's party.
Okay, all right. Just making sure that like what I thought happened.
Yeah, and I believe you pocketed the coin and Penny took the knife. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And then for Dakota, Gelmar, and Grail's party, did any of you pocket the coin or take the knife?
I think Grail was trying to understand what the implications of this were, because someone in the party, I cannot recall who, is apparently aware of that.
That would...
Me.
Yeah, that would be Cyril. So none of your current party around you would know what this knife or this coin means.
If you didn't know, then Grail would probably not care to pick it up.
Nice, nice. All right. Cyril, Cyril and Aldith. Penny's just gonna be more or less walking with you guys, seem to be in her own head. How you guys are gonna get to Dakota? You don't really know where he is necessarily. But you do know that, he must be around you somewhere relatively close if the guy was able to produce 2 clones directly in front of both of you.
Right. So we know that from what Gelmar told us, we know Gelmar was northwest.
Yes, and you guys went west. So they would be roughly north of you guys at the moment. Don't die, my friend.
I'm trying.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pocket the coin and look to Aldith. Judging by what Gelmar told us, we should go that way. I'm just gonna point with the halberd and sort of give her a look like, what do you think?
I agree. We should probably head that way.
You guys start heading on your way. It would take you maybe 5 to 10 minutes to get up to them, depending on how fast you guys are walking a few other bits. I'm assuming Grail, Dakota, and Gelmar, you guys aren't moving from your location in order for your companions to be able to find you?
That is a good question. Like, do we know that they are searching for us? I mean, if I knew they were searching for us, we would not move, but
I mean, I would imagine Gelmar would probably have a pretty strong idea that they were doing that just simply because he knows everyone's here is trying to make sure Dakota is safe. So they probably would be coming here as soon as the encounter is over anyway.
All right. In that case, Grail is probably going to be remaining on guard in case the assassin comes back.
Okay. Dakota?
Honestly valid.
Dakota? Hi, what are you doing?
I thought we were talking about a different group. I kind of tuned out. Sorry, what's happening? Dakota's probably brooding.
Gelmar was telling Grail that your guys' companions will probably be coming to find you here in a minute. Grail has decided to take up post as guardsman in case assassins start coming back. What are you doing?
I imagined Dakota might be like, did someone already grabbed the knife and the coin and stuff? I think that was Grail. Okay.
I didn't grab the coins and stuff here because I didn't know anything about them, so like he doesn't really care.
I have tempted to have Gelmar go up and examine the knife, but
if someone explains that is going to result in the assassin coming for me, then Grail will absolutely take them. Because he wants to punch that guy in the face.
Dakota, you would know that is the same coin that the assassin did give you. Or at least same type of coin.
Dakota might want to give the coin he already has to Grail.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. You
Why
know,
are you
if
giving this to me?
Well, I think the assassin said that, like, you know, he'd get this coin back eventually. So, and it's like a sign from like bounty hunters, like I don't know, maybe some kind of honor style thing or something that they'll come back and kill you and take the coin. So, I don't think they're enchanted or anything, but maybe if you have 2 of them, that means he'll come and double kill you.
Or perhaps I will repay that favor. We'll have to learn how to revive one from the dead so that I can kill him a second time.
Jesus.
Have
Nice.
fun with that.
I will.
Okay.
This fucking demon-looking man. God damn. I would imagine Dakota's just like staring at him, just like, what the fuck have I got myself into? All right.
You've a fair bit of fervor, friend. What? Oh, where on earth does your... I literally did not think of the ending of that sentence before I started talking. Gosh darn it!
Literally me.
Yeah. Mm.
You've a fair bit of fervor, but your tendency is a little unnerving. I wish we had
Define
the
tendency.
Well, you did kind of open in with the statement that you have a desire to hunt down, or that you seem to fancy yourself a kingslayer, you said.
Perhaps not necessarily kings, more tyrants. If there is one thing that I despise with every fiber of my being, it is a tyrant's wrath.
Ooh, that's the
Title
name of the
reveal.
thing.
Nice.
Roll credits.
Roll credits.
Shut up! I'm literally typing roll credits. Get out of my head.
My last time on this campaign for a while, I gotta say it.
Had to do it.
How can you tell?
I had to do it to him.
How can you tell the difference between a tyrant and a noble king, or queen, for that matter?
It is quite simple. If they speak, they are a tyrant.
Wow.
Wow.
If she breathed, she
He
thought.
gives you a very big. He gives you a very high raised eyebrow. If it could potentially
All
lift off his
monarchs are
forehead,
kings. If he breathes.
He's a bitch. Oh. Alright, after probably a couple minutes or so, Cyril and Aldif, you guys would kind of walk into the same clearing, and you guys would see the sight of Gelmar talking to what looks to be this ash-covered, or at least ash-colored skin man, roughly the size of about 6 feet or so. So he's actually a little bit taller than Aldif, a little bit shorter than, very shorter than Cyril, and a little bit shorter than Gelmar and Dakota. And yet somehow he has a larger presence than almost everyone in this area. He feels large.
Grail out here, aura farming.
Yeah. Not only
I
does
have
he...
a question.
Yes.
Well, crap, you didn't have to say it like that, bud.
Is Dakota or is Dakota changeling right now?
Good question.
Good question.
I think Dakota is still changeling right now.
Okay.
Got you.
So much taller than Dakota at the moment. Which I also do want to point out for Grail specifically, I'm not sure if I've mentioned this yet. Changelings are basically a myth. They are a story that is told in the same fervor as the Yonti, in that they have not been seen in who knows how long, but since they're able to change forms at will, they are also one of the not necessarily the most feared race, but they are one that raises constant concerns from the very sheer thought of them. In case that adjusts your way of thinking at all. I don't think it would, but
I think at the moment Grail would like. Is there any reason Grail would think this is a changeling as opposed to someone using magic to change their form?
Changelings have a very distinct base form, which is essentially, I don't know what the term would be. Void. It's completely it's like completely white/gray skin with, I believe, usually hollow kind of blackish eyes and stuff like that. They're very distinct. Changelings almost never show their true form as well.
Gray skin, monocolored eyes.
What was that here?
I'm just saying, is Dakota changeling right now, or is Dakota the high elf girl?
Changeling form specifically. Yeah. I remember her ending the previous episode by showing that true form off to Greel.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So white hair, white eyes, even grayer skin than yours is. It almost looks like a sickly gray compared to your ashen gray. You've only ever heard stories.
On another hand, though, when when both Gelmar and Greel first encountered the shifted Dakota, Gelmar did claim that it was the spell Disguise Self, so there is still the possibility.
Yeah, there's definitely a possibility. You've only ever heard stories of changelings, but their base form is something that is more of a myth than they are in their entirety. It's said that changelings almost never show their base form to people. It's the only time that they take off the mask and kind of reveal themselves. Usually, most people say this is in respect to whoever they're interacting with. Others say it's a death threat, or like a death warrant or whatever. But they have it is something that you've read before, where it's like they are white-eyed, white-haired usually, and just like really grayish skin, even more so than you. You've actually been mistaken for a changeling on multiple occasions. Not quite the same because your hair is.
I was just joking about mistaking Dakota as an Aasimar, and now apparently I've been mistaken as a changeling.
Yeah, you had it a few times. Your general body shape being like unbelievably 10 out of 10 usually makes people think that you're an Aasimar rather than anything else. But your general form and your hair not being white, a lot of people think that you've been a changeling in the past. Usually with threats and concern. So
I see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you got so Cyril and Aldo will walk in. They would see Dakota in Dakota's changeling form, which Aldif, I don't remember if you've ever seen that.
No.
No.
All right, so yeah, you would just see. You've also heard these same stories as Grail has.
Okay, I wasn't sure. That was my question. So
yeah, you've heard less stories because Grail's been around in militias and stuff like that, and those tell a lot more of those like buried stories than your ones of like being hidden. But you've only heard a few stories of it, but definitely the pure gray skin, the white eyes, and the white hair, very much so just like kind of yells Yonti to you. Oh, sorry, not Yonti. Fuck me. Changeling.
I was gonna say, huh? Got you.
But yeah, so changeling. But they were wearing Dakota's clothes.
Okay.
Yeah, when Dakota sees like the others like coming and like there's like a brief moment of eye contact with Aldith, and they just like there's like a moment of like they sort of flinch and like kind of like look away and pull their hat over their eyes.
Mm.
Alda's gonna crouch down and just like put her sword and shield on the grass, sort of like, hey, I'm not gonna hurt you.
It's okay, little birdie.
Literally.
And of course, Cyril, you would know that this is Dakota, of course.
So Aldith is probably going to enter, probably getting in there before I am.
Mm-hmm.
So if Aldith is planning on doing a little bit more, I'm going to give her this moment.
Okay. Aldith?
Yeah. She's going to like raise her hands like after she sets down her things.
Mm-hmm.
And sort of just be like, hello, I'm not here to hurt you. Where did you get those clothes?
Oh, okay.
Gelmar and Grail just looking at you.
They're mine. I'm sorry. I didn't want you to find out this way. I'm just really tired. I'm Dakota. Aldith. Miss. I'm a changeling. I'm sorry.
She's going to slowly stand up. She's gonna put her arms to her side. She's still gonna leave her weapons and stuff on the ground. She's just gonna nod, and she's gonna be like, "You have nothing to apologize for. I completely understand. You just met me. You probably didn't feel comfortable enough to share that with me, and I'm sorry I had to find out like this when you possibly weren't ready."
Oh.
That I don't know. Yeah, I just I've only kind of recently started telling people at all that I'm a changeling. I think Cyril maybe learned like I guess like a few days ago, relatively speaking, than the others and all of that, and I don't know. People are scared of changelings, and because they're monsters and stuff. Most people.
But you're not a monster, you're Dakota.
No, that's not my name. I don't have a name. I took that from a book because I wanted to feel like a hero, and I these clothes aren't mine. Everything is even the skin doesn't even feel like mine. I just
You say it's not your name, yet you have made a name for yourself. You have done many things from what I know. For you and your party, you have done heroic actions and you have fought bravely. How can that not be your name when you have made yourself? If that makes sense. That doesn't really make sense, but it makes sense to me.
it's just I want to follow the cowboy's code because I want to find freedom, and a lot of people tell me I should keep chasing that. But it feels like everything is just constantly trying to push me down, and I don't I feel like a child sometimes. I don't even know how old I am, but I just feel too young to keep doing all of this.
Sapphire, come here.
Oh.
Not muted, Sapphire.
Oh,
it's just really hard.
She's gonna nod her head as if she honestly understands that. She's going to take a small step forward, but not big enough that like it would startle Dakota, just like I'm gonna move forward a little bit just to like show my support for you.
Mhm.
And
I'll look up at you from under the hat.
no. Things often don't make sense, do they? You try your hardest to understand the world, yet everything changes so quickly.
For a long while, things didn't change. It was every day in the cell I was raised in. By the way, I was raised in a cell. You didn't know that, sorry. I broke out of it and I got my gun, and then there was another pile of nothingness and monotony and, the night bounties and whatnot. Not like, no, yeah, pretty much exactly like these other bounty hunters. But, and then I threw myself into the guild and this group, and now it feels like everything's just going really fast. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do, if there is something I'm supposed to do, but I'm just going, I guess.
Someone recently told me that children are born to be born. You may not believe that you have a purpose or path, but you do, and I think in due time you will find out what it is.
Take not to heart those that would call you a monster. For a monster to one man is a hero to another.
Aww.
Can Aldith sort of looks over at Grail like, who the fuck is this guy and when did he show up?
Grail is going to look at
Aldith. That moment that Cyril steps out of the alleyway.
Grail does want to look at Aldith as he says this and say, of course, that has been the case for our kind as well, hasn't it, Aasimar?
Damn, just going right out.
Whoa.
Fucking Cyril was like, I'm put her down gently, and Grail's like, nah, I'm gonna stab her.
Stab? What?
Telling her immediately, that's what I mean.
Oh. Grail does not realize this is meant to be some kind of big reveal. Grail assumes she knows.
I love it.
She looks so taken aback at these words. And her eyes are just gonna narrow, and she's gonna slowly reach down for her sword, and she's gonna point it at him.
He's a friend who told me things too. That is cool things. He's okay.
I might not agree with his path, but he did put in quite the effort to aid in the defense of Dakota.
This is falling on deaf ears.
Grail does not have a sword, so he will draw, but he will once again draw his shield.
Mm-hmm.
I do not know why you raise your sword against me. On regular occasion, I would have naught to fear. However, as you can see, I am unarmed. If you wish to strike at an unarmed man, then so be it.
Oof.
I understand there is no honor on the battlefield. But Aasimar's fighting each other is a sad sight indeed. There is little that we have aside from each other. We are a rare kind.
What are you talking about? Who are you?
I'm Grail Godsbane, leader of the Scar Revolutionaries.
Your last name is Godsbane?
Dakota and Ania's sibling moment.
Yeah, actually at that identification, Gelmar actually looks a little taken aback as well. Turns around, places a hand to his chin, and takes a pensive look to his face.
It is an adopted name.
I thought you said you were after monarchs and things. Are gods monarchs? Is that a thing?
It is a metaphor.
Huh.
Are you perchance
Perhaps I should change my name to Kingsbane.
Are you perchance the one who's been spreading tales? No, what's the word I'm looking for here? Are you the one who's been pushing forward the thought of revolution at the Travelers? It was Travelers Rest, wasn't it, Sin?
Yes.
Perfect.
Where's Travelers Rest?
It's the tavern that you guys were at on the outskirts. Mm-hmm.
Has there been talk of it there?
Yes.
Enough that's reached our ears.
They actually went to the Travelers Rest and talked with Rockfist.
Yeah, just simply so there's no surprise. The Tyrant's group is actively staying at the Travelers Rest specifically to examine these stories. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
We came here specifically looking to investigate you.
Indeed.
And we didn't even realize it.
Indeed, that was I. I'm also responsible for the revolutions happening in the south. The growing towns and cities that unite against the current monarch, the current regime.
He's got a hand placed to his forehead, and you can tell it's clearly a stress out. Gosh darn it! And it's gonna be a long evening.
Alda's gonna sort of like wave her hand as if like to be like shush, shush. Trying to like man, she's so locked in on Grill right now.
She's like, oh guys, I gotta kill him before anything else.
Yeah, Grail is also quite focused on Aldith, in part because another Aasimar, and in part because she has a sword pointed at him.
Mm-hmm. Good thing
at the mention,
one more use of channel divinity here.
At the mention of like his what he has inspired, she'll like lower her sword, but she won't put it down. She'll just lower it a little bit. But she's got that glare. She's just like, how do you know? I just found out.
Grail is, at the sound of this, going to gently put his shield on the ground, put both of his hands in his face, and with the most exasperated tone imaginable, exclaim, "Am I the only Aasimar on this godforsaken plane that knows what an Aasimar even is?" How is it that my entire How is it that my entire life I have gone being the only Aasimar I know, and in the span of a week have met two others, and neither know what they are? Sorry, you go, Dakota.
Sorry, yeah, I know it in Aasimar. I can sense it. I don't know if that's useful or contributes anything, but I could.
Please don't tell me you're an Aasimar as well.
No.
Okay.
It was a thing from Warlock things. The knight would have me find. Never mind. I'm just gonna
Grail is going to narrow his gaze. Given I just risked my life to save you, I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that.
Yeah, please don't. Yeah, please do. Yeah.
I'm gonna walk over to the group and stand in between Aldith and Grail. And I'm gonna turn back to Aldith first. This is a poor way to thank someone who just saved our friend.
The cryptid is right.
And I'm actually going to do the same greeting I gave Aldith to Grail, and I'm going to give him a big formal bow.
Aldith is going to inhale sharply at that.
It is good to meet another of the Godkin. I feel somehow this is a sign of good luck.
Grail will return the bow by giving one of those like soldiers kind of like at arms salutes where he like kind of puts the hand on the chest. It is a pleasure to meet you as well. May I know your name, such that I may refer to you as that?
I am Cyril Eldovich.
You have heard
Second
tales.
Spear, the 8th Legion.
You've heard tales of the Silver Knight specifically. Obviously not many, since you haven't really been around Harmonious Haven much. But yeah, he is very clearly that Silver Knight you've heard many, many tales of.
A man of reputation, I see.
And judging by what I have heard, you are a man of great skill in leadership. However, you are also not subtle.
Revolution rarely is. My skills at leadership merely extend to uniting people in a belief that is already deeply rooted in them. A revolution does not succeed without people who wish to see it, so all I do is unite them under that belief.
I can appreciate that. And I think the rest of us will agree that we will report that the rumors of revolution, however well founded, have led to a dead end. There is a great deal of unrest in the outskirts.
That much goes without saying, but how are you certain that he's not in some way connected?
This unrest comes from an encroachment on the lands of the outskirts by the inner circles. One that came without warning and without permission. And if I am anything, I am a man of my people. I am a man of the outskirts.
It is with great shame that I admit that the unrest being caused in the outskirts is not of my doing. Were it so, I would freely own that.
Gilmore, once again... Sorry, go ahead and I'll let you finish first.
The fact that another is succeeding where I have yet to brings great shame and anger to me.
Yomar is still giving you an incredulous look at that comment.
I would advise caution. If the wrong ears catch wind of what you are trying to do, you may face greater opposition than even the council themselves.
One cannot lead from the shadows and expect their people to show courage. I must lead by example. If I wish to see the people rise up against their oppressors, I cannot do so from the shadows, from the safety of some ill-forgotten corner of the plain. I must do so while risking my own life.
I'm going to hold up a hand. I do not ask you to hide in some tower sending letters. I merely advise caution. Dead men cannot lead armies. And, based on what I have heard that the Elven Kingdom has done before, if they find you to be a threat, well, let's just say the Yuan-Ti are a myth for a reason.
The Elven Kingdom, you say? You're not the first to mention that there is one beyond the current regime, controlling things from behind the scenes.
Oh,
I
have no love for them, for sure.
Dakota is just like really tense.
They have committed the kinds of sins that in my day would have gotten them a great deal of, what is the term now? Blowback. However,
I can think of a great many words to describe what I would do to them.
No. But, as I said, I am a man of my people. And should my people need what it is you are offering, I won't stand in your way.
What I offer is merely a focus for the will of the people. What the people wish is what I will grant. If you are amongst those people, then my leadership is in your best interest.
If I cannot convince the council that what they are doing is self-destructive, then there won't be much that I would want to do to stop it. And I'm gonna look up and around.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see any of my ravens hanging out on the rooftops?
Probably, yeah.
I'm gonna call one of them down. If you need to reach me, I'm gonna just sort of look up at like a random rooftop,
Mm-hmm.
and make like make a sound like a crow.
Mm-hmm. One flies down and kind of lands on your antlers.
This has proven quite a useful network. I'm gonna lean the crow down to him to hop onto his shoulder.
The crow moves over to Grail's shoulder.
Careful. Sometimes they ask for shinies.
Gotta get Fancy Joe up here.
That raggedy bitch.
Yeah. You leave Fancy Joe alone.
He's just a little guy.
Crow just kind of like sits
Cold
on your
piece of
shoulder.
silver piece.
Hmm?
He took a silver piece and a copper piece from me.
You stole right out from under your nose.
Nom nom.
Everything comes at a price, though perhaps a couple of silver is far more worthwhile than a few lives.
Be cautious. And thank you. I'm going to look at him and Penny. Thank you both. This wasn't your fight. And yet you stepped in anyways.
It is our fight because we share a common enemy. All of us share an enemy in those who would oppress us and keep us from achieving that which would dethrone them. There's a status quo that we all threaten to disrupt. Together we can do so. Together we can oppose our shackles.
You know, you remind me of someone I met recently in the far northwest corner. You might get along with him.
I've yet to visit the northern part of this land. Though if I do, I'm sure I'll find them. If they're anything like me, that should not be hard.
They are currently busy dealing with a very large problem.
Aren't we all?
Oh, this one is extremely different.
Grail will give a nod of understanding. Not necessarily that he understands what is being said, but more just that, this is obviously quite a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And if all is done speaking with Cyril, then Grail would like to turn his attention back to Aldith.
Oh, yeah.
Because he is not done with the other Asimar.
I'm going to hope that what I've said to Aldith has at least had some effect.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to go over to Dakota, and I'm not even going to ask for permission. I'm just going to put him in a big old hug.
Aww. Dad hug.
Hi, sir.
I saw what you did. Good shot.
Thank you. It wasn't without some help, but yeah.
Don't sell yourself short. I think you are quite finished, saying the same things that low elves and pot metal-clad knights whisper into your ears.
Thank you. Yeah. The dealer said that in order to make that shot I had to give up my chains. I still don't know what that means. But yeah.
Knowing that vile creature, nothing good.
You know the dealer?
Unfortunately. Not closely, but I have been bound to servitude to her or to Gregory.
Oh wait, is that what the dealer's hand means? I thought it was a metaphor.
Unfortunately, it is far more literal. I do not trust her. In part because of who she works for, and in part because she has an aura that sends shivers down even my spine.
She didn't strike me as the type.
Rail with the lore drop.
I do not know. There's little I know about her, which even furthers the distrust and even fear I feel towards her. She means nothing good.
they just kind of like sigh and like they bury their head in like Cyril's like, not again. I hate when this happens.
It seems we're all bound to entities more powerful than any of us are ready to understand.
I just want to exist.
Poor buddy. Yeah, alright. And Grail, you want to say something out of?
Yes. I'm not done speaking with you, Asimar. Grail still does not know her name, so he is referring to her as Asimar. I have questions. What is your name? Where did you come from? And how in the name of the abandoned gods did you not know you were an Asimar until days ago? How is this a trend?
Alda's sword is like down. I think she just has it like sheathed now to her side. And she still seems incredibly pissed off just because without like it didn't click in her brain that, you know, Grail is calling her Asimar because she hasn't given her name yet. But like hearing him say that just pisses her off. So you know, she's okay. Sorry. Brain,
You're fine.
slow down.
You can do
it. I can do it. My name is Aldith Faetheria. I'm from a small village. My mother was a wood elf cleric, and my father was a human bard. Well, I guess he's not my father, so and I don't know. I just found out like I don't know 4 days ago.
Did it never occur to you that the glowing eyes, the unnaturally perfect physique, and the innate ability to channel holy powers like no other may be a giveaway that you're something more than an average human?
I can do what?
Grail is just gonna like go.
I think Cyril's actively.
Did I live in the?
I think Cyril's actively chuckling now.
Did I live in the only village in Vithia that knows what an Asimar even is?
She's entirely taken aback by this response of just absolute agony.
I thought Ortus was bad. I mean, he is, but I thought he was the only one.
There's another one of you?
Unfortunately, yes.
His ass is thick, and I know because I've seen it too many times.
Please don't be a himbo. Please don't be a himbo.
No.
Oh, no.
All the himbo, please, all the himbo.
He's a himbo.
He's a himbo.
Perhaps we can discuss this on our way back. We seem to have found ourselves a good ways away.
I doubt there is much more to discuss, as it appears Aldith here knows nothing of her own heritage.
Which sounds like there is a lot to discuss, actually.
I suppose when you put it like that, yes. Yes, there is.
And I'm going to just take and I'm going to tap my... I'm going to tap my glaive a couple of times on the ground, and I think because of the clothes I'm wearing under my armor, you can see this faint purple glow from around my chest as the elk just rematerializes in just literally like it grows out of the ground and steps up.
Mm-hmm.
I am too tired to walk.
Aldith is impressed by this.
All right. So it does take you guys quite a bit to get back to the main area.
Actually, I had one last line I wanted to say to Grill before we go.
Sure.
Ooh.
It's not that exciting. I've kind of already hinted at it in the BC chat here. I just imagine Gelmar's the last one to move, just as Grill's about to start making his way to, I assume, back to the gala.
Mm-hmm.
He just calls out to him, just like, "Revolutionary. My comrade seems convinced of your innocence in this situation. He seems to view you quite highly, given the ongoing issues that he's actively dealing with. But I'm not quite convinced that you can be trusted quite yet. If you would permit it, I wish to test your resolve. Not here, not right now. It feels unreasonable to request a duel when neither of us have our arms about us, and while we are both tired out from the experience we just came from. Before you next leave the town, I wish to cross blades with you. If you would permit it.
Grail is going to look Galmar over. Does Galmar have a blade?
Not at the moment.
Not on him.
I guess like we've just come from the gala, so that would make sense, yeah. I would normally not engage in such trife challenges, but you're interesting. You seem a good man, so perhaps I will. And Grail is then going to look at Cyril and to continue. Silver Knight, perhaps one day we may challenge each other too.
I think I would appreciate that. Hopefully, in a friendly sparring match.
You too seem a good man, and one I would loathe to lose as a comrade. But you are a man of great renown, and even from here, in our weakened states, I can tell, a man of great power. It would be an honor to test myself against such a legacy, such a legend.
He bows his head. Thank you.
Well.
All right.
So long as we have agreed, he's is finally pushing off of the wall and getting ready to make way back towards the gala.
Perhaps just for a little bit of fun, we have a bit more of an entrance, and I'm gonna just say that the horn was with the elk the first time when it got killed and dropped loot.
Sure.
Then I'm gonna hand the horn to Dakota.
Huh?
You should use that. Summon something that's a little better for as a steed. My exhaustion is getting to me.
Oh. I'm sorry. Okay. This is just like in book 7. And they kind of
Aldous
look
now
around.
Understands.
I heard a bit earlier that Dakota's based off of books, so
Yeah.
Yeah. They kind of like look around a bit before they blow the horn.
Mm-hmm. What would you like to appear?
Hold on, let me just grab something real quick. Hold on, let me just hold on.
Dakota summons a nightmare horse. Full of teeth.
The Venom horse.
Oh god. What creature have you summoned? Hell.
And Grail join in on summoning their steeds.
It
Jesus
would be really.
Christ.
That kind of depends on how this horn works.
Mm-hmm.
It literally gives you access to the Find Steed spell. Or Summon Steed, or whatever the spell is.
I believe it's Find Steed.
It is Find.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so you're able to summon like a creature of your choice, effectively.
I think Dakota would probably want to try to summon the Dakota Rider's famous loyal steed Bismarck. Famous for his appearance in the Adventures of Dakota Rider, Book 1, Dust on the Wind.
Okay. Yeah, so that creature does in fact appear. It's as mighty as you remember it to be. It pretty much walks up to you like a hero's steed. I mean, it's prideful. This thing, it's walking forwards and it's smiling as much as a horse can smile. It's looking over your whole group and nods to them like a old fucking cowboy would, except it's a horse that looks at Grail and just nods. Just nods to him like he's seen some shit.
Shakes its mane.
Yeah.
Whinnies.
Suddenly, I see this horse with sunglasses in my head.
Just like, I've seen some shit too. Nods. It just like bows his head to get you to climb onto it.
Dakota attempts to climb onto it, but unfortunately they are too small, and this horse is too big. They're just kind of hopping.
It realizes that it like slowly sinks to the ground and slowly moves out onto its stomach.
Which is not outside the realm of possibility with horses.
It's just like clumsily hops onto the horse.
It stands up with you and then once again takes this regal pose as if you had gotten onto it naturally. It's just like, yeah. And then it looks over Aldous.
Why is it looking over at me?
Starts bowing its head. See if you can get onto it as like starts bowing its head towards you.
Oh, I'm so slow.
Walk.
Like, then Dakota like talks and it's like like hopping onto the horse, doing like kind of like stoically staring off into the horizon. It's like, everyone deserves the right to fight for their lives, which is in Dakota's tone of voice, but it's really unnerving because it's coming out of this what looks to be 14-year-old kid. Dakota's voice is pretty deep.
Still so proud watching that. So.
Yeah.
The horse just looks off into the distance with you at the. It's nighttime, so at like a far star, and just whinnies, agreeing with you in whatever majestic way it needs to.
Nay.
All right, so you guys start making your way back to the area. Penny and I'm assuming Grail, you pull Penny onto your horse once you summon it again.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Fucking nightmare horse of hell and high water. It's very kind horse. It's a very nice horse. It's fucking terrifying.
Just black. He's not meant to be that terrifying.
I love see because of your magic being like void, kind of like it's detached from you. I can imagine your horse is black, but it comes out of the fucking shadows. So it literally looks like a hell horse.
I used to have a horse like that. He was the best boy, but he was frightening as fuck.
Are you talking about a nightmare sim?
More or less. But he has an actual horse. It's like a fine state horse. But because of his flavor for his magic, it literally steps out of like the darkest fucking shadows and just walks up to Cyril.
I would like to say that it's not like void, it is more like emptiness, if that makes sense. It feels like it is not meant to be evil, it's just meant to be kind of like hollow and empty.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, other than that, pretty good. Pretty much that's how it is.
You give off evil vibes, but at the same time, you're just not evil. It's really funny.
Right. Sometimes good needs to be intimidating.
Exactly, yeah.
It's true. All right,
he's kind of like he's chaotic good. He's all about getting to the good. The ends justify the means, basically.
Getting to the good part. But yeah, so you guys all are all going to head back to the gala with Grail probably telling Aldous at least a few things about her celestial heritage, specifically the fact that you can cast light at will.
The second ASMR I have taught light to.
There's like, there's a ability you can do. Shit, really?
What?
Well, I appreciate you, Grail, as always, for stepping in. We will see you tomorrow, my good friend.
I'm glad I got to chat with everyone. This was fun.
Hell yeah.
Have fun, guys.
Bye.
It was.
Bye,
Take care, bud.
Bye.
Looking forward to next time.
Goodbye.
There we go. Oop. Sapphire is ever so slightly out of frame. There we go. Hey, got him. All right. So
got him.
Got him. So you guys get back to the gala. Of course, Grail and Penny split off in order to find literally anyone. I believe the only person who... Actually, that's a good point. The only person who is currently still at the gala is Mel, and Mel just got whisked away. So, Grail's just on a journey to try and find his party at this point, with Penny, as neither one of them knows where the fuck anyone else went. But you guys get back to the gala. For the most part, it's calmed down. Obviously, nothing has really happened so far in terms of because Sapphire has stopped, the mass dust outbreak thing, and so on. So for the most part, the party is still going, and it's starting to wind down. As you guys get back to the area, you notice that like it's starting to get to like the late hours, more or less. Appreciate the hydration. At this point, Ania has done all the talking with what's her. By this point, Mel has now gone up to T. That's the moment that we're starring in. Is that Ania is coming out of the room. Nia and Sapphire are coming out of the room. Mel is going straight to the person and then being brought up to the staircase. And Cyril, Dakota, Aldous, and Galmar just go into the gala. Obviously, you can't bring your fucking horses in. But it is really funny, the idea that you just stomp forwards.
Especially considering one of them still has all of their weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Aldous still has
I'm just
all
gonna
of
look
her
at the
stuff
guards
on.
and be like, is it really necessary now?
They cross their arms and just stare at you incredulously. Just like, even more so now.
I was gonna say that's the sound Aldous makes, literally.
And I'm just gonna start putting the weapons back into the back onto the elk that just get absorbed into the brush that makes up its body.
Yeah, just do, and the guard's just like, how many of these things do you fucking have? Do 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 do.
Well, I've just got the glaive and I've got my armor that I put in there, and fine.
Aldous is pouting.
I suppose.
Aldous is pouting as she takes off her armor and puts her sword and shield back.
That's fair. That's fair. All right. And you guys successfully walk into the gala, and the very first thing you would see would immediately be Ania and Sapphire.
Story.
Yeah,
Ania is
Story.
halfway to the gambling room.
Just happily walking to the gambling room. You would, of course, see Cyril and his 9-foot-tall cryptid height immediately as they walk in. It's damn near impossible to miss him.
And Ania walks over. And as soon as she's in earshot, she's like,
Dakota, you're alive! That's wonderful! I think at this point, Dakota would be switched back to...
I can imagine so.
I was gonna ask.
It's what that's what riding Dakota's horse does to you.
Just majestically transforms you back into Dakota.
Get back in that mindset. Yeah, I'm not back into that mindset. And he tips his hat like nothing ever happened. Hey there, miss. How do you do? Having fun?
Oh, I have had lots of fun today.
Ah, that's so.
Sorry I didn't go with everyone. I had to make sure that whatever weird spell that king guy put on me was reversed. And then we busted a drug operation.
Excuse me, what?
In the hour I was gone?
Yeah.
And she's going to, lower her voice and sidle closer,
someone was trying to spike the punch with moon dust.
What?
Instant eyes growing.
Yeah, Sapphire had a glass.
Sound of teeth grinding.
We were gone for an hour.
Doesn't take very long to spike a punch bowl.
Did you figure out who did it?
Yes.
Who done it?
I'm not sure who's in charge, but it seems a bunch of the high alpha unit over there did it. Don't worry. The ambassadors are taking care of it. We let Maven know.
High elves. Of course.
They were speaking Yonti and I heard it. Sapphire did too.
and she'll look around for where Sapphire is.
Sapphire would have been right behind you.
Oh, hello.
Hey.
Oh.
Here. Stop trying to climb me. Okay. I did not have time to think about what Sapphire would say. Damn.
Oh, and Sapphire, did you complete your trial? I think she did, but we're not totally sure.
I believe the whole drug operation thing was the trial.
Wonder how the Fae knew about it.
Great. I don't know.
There's a good
Well, how
question.
did your Well, how did your assassination attempt go?
Dakota?
Dakota scared them off.
I shot one of them.
Good job.
Thank you, miss.
My aim is true.
Oh, and Miss Aldith learned how to light
Oh?
She
wouldn't
nods her
quite-
head.
I've been shown a killer puppet.
Ooh. Wait, a killer puppet?
Yeah, I was repeatedly stabbing Dakota.
Oh, I'm glad you took it down then.
I lit her on fire.
No, even better. You took my advice.
And at this point, she's going to like take a step closer to Cyril and sort of side-eye him, and she has the most Cheshire cat shit-eating grin she can possibly muster. And she's going to say,
I know things you don't know.
And I wish you would tell me.
If I tell you here, you're going to explode. Which could be funny.
It's taking everything in me not to explode right now.
Well, I better not tip it further. I'll tell you later.
Good lord. You do see that most of the esteemed guests, such as primarily the inner sanctum, has more or less just kind of clustered together. So a lot of people are starting to like separate into parties based on their general location within Harmonious Haven. The outskirts folks, primarily orcs, are definitely just like kind of sitting over on their own, quite near the doors. Probably somewhat uncomfortable, but like they're just hot talking amongst themselves. The gnomes are just moving back and forth. They don't give two shits about where they're going. Same with the humans. And then in the inner sanctum kind of folks who are a little bit more, I suppose, royally gowned, they're definitely like all together kind of bunched up. You see Gregory kind of talking to like probably 7 or 8 different people at the same time. You don't know where Mavra is. Alicia seems to have just vanished somewhere or another. And the dwarven ambassador, yeah, he just kind of walked outside. Like he just walks up to one like the window things to like one of the side end exits, and he just walks outside. Apparently really fucking hates this place from the looks of it. And then you have no idea where the gnomish one is.
I'm going to message Gregory because I see he's already in the midst of a group that's trying to get his attention.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna stare directly at him.
Okay.
You and I desperately need to talk.
Without missing a beat. And you notice he's still talking to the other people. He's holding multiple conversations as he replies in his head. And he replies to you.
Impressive.
He's really good at his job. But he replies to you with, "We shall talk eventually, Silver Knight. But for now, and especially for tonight, my attention is held elsewhere. My priorities are much higher than you at the moment."
Douchebag.
I'm actually gonna message back. I'm not entirely sure which priorities you're talking about, but they concern the civil unrest in the entire outskirts.
You see him flicker for a moment. Like one of his words he like stumbles over ever so slightly before he like continues at like full speed, and he replies, "You're higher up on my priority list now, but you're still not at the top." I will contact you another day.
That is concerning, but I understand.
We have many things going on right now. I have too many conversations to care whether or not the civil outrest is currently outresting when the inside is currently exploding. So I will discuss something with you, but it will be another night.
May I see the individuals that were responsible for the punch bowl disturbance?
Absolutely not.
Smart.
May I kill them?
Yeah.
May I murder them?
Stab, stab.
I just want to listen. I'm not going to hurt them. At least it
Just
won't
want to
hurt that
talk.
much
I
while
just want to talk to.
Cracking knuckles and neck. I just want to talk. I just want to talk.
Damn it.
God. He just instantly replies with basically no.
Yeah. I had to try, but you know.
You have to try, yeah, fair. All
and
right.
Nia is gonna try to take Dakota's hand, and she's like,
Well, now that you don't have to worry about the assassins anymore, you want to go gambling?
Let's go gambling. Oh, dang it.
Let's go gambling, you actual child.
and he's gonna be like, huh?
Sapphire says sure.
Ooh, Sapphire's in for it too. Let's go.
Oh,
And then Nia's gonna start dragging Dakota onto the gambling area.
Okay, all right.
All right. Cyril, Gelmar, and Alda, what are you folks doing?
Regardless of what happens, I'm still going to be following around Cyril at the moment.
Okay.
Partially because I had a comment I wanted to make, and also partially because that man is sleep deprived still.
That man needs some rest.
Yeah. I'm kind of just like brooding a little bit over here.
That's fair. That's fair. Alda?
I think she might go. I know everyone's sort of like in their little groups right now, but she might go see if like anyone wants to go dance.
Ooh. Could totally do that. Is there anyone in particular that you're looking for?
No, sorry, my mic's not picking me up very well today.
Oh no, as an Asimar, you're gonna have so many people who are totally willing.
You could literally walk up to almost any person in this room and you would be able to get a dance.
100% you should take Gelmar on the dance floor.
You could. You could.
He's just desperate to get rid of Gelmar.
You absolutely could go dance with Gelmar if you want to.
Or if you wanted to grab the group before they went to the gambling hall, you can like say like, "Hey, wait, I have a request."
It's true.
Both are good ideas.
What plan doth thou have?
Gelmar's already had a dance. I'll just steal Dakota.
Okay.
Keep the child from the gambling hall.
Yes.
Just like, hold on, this is Child. Child doesn't gamble. Child dances.
Only if he's a willing participant in dancing.
You're trying to take Dakota out of the gambling.
Yes.
He just kind of like looks at you and then like awkwardly looks over to Ania. From being dragged to different places.
So when Nia sees Aldith wants to ask Dakota something, she'll stop. She'll hear her out. She doesn't seem like she's just having a good time at the ball.
She's just enjoying herself.
He kind of like sort of shrugs and like tip taps over to the dance floor with you.
Adorable.
Dakota getting dirty looks from every
More assassins.
The whole ass room just goes, ah, shit. As they see Dakota and all this kind of walking into like the center area more or less, the band that's still playing, you see them like they were doing like casual, just kind of like background music for the most part that just kind of like flowed, but it wasn't particularly loud or interfering or anything like that. As you guys get onto the dance floor, or I should say just the middle of the room, you see like several of them start switching up their style. There's like a cello that's up there, and mostly it's string instruments. There's a lot of strings. For whatever reason, the elves prefer strings, the dwarves prefer percussion, and a few of them prefer other bits and pieces. But so they're all kind of playing string instruments for the most part, and they switch up their style, and becomes a little bit faster. And it starts moving into the general, I believe it's like 3/4 beat, that like tango has, for example, or ballroom dancing has. Or do they have the same? Wherever the fuck ballroom dancing's beat is, that's the beat that we're going with.
I feel like it depends
That's a
on the ballroom dance.
lot of stuff to cover when it comes to ballroom dancing.
Yeah, because there's a waltz, there's a tango, there's a cha-cha. Have you not watched Dancing with the Stars, Sin? Come on.
Oh my god, get with the time.
How about this? How about this? Listening to this slow, dead-sounding music. Cyril's gonna pipe up. How about we play something with a little more life in it?
You see them kind of look at you, and you see like two of the elves kind of stop playing for a moment, and they kind of like they seem to think for a second. They give it a moment, and then 3 gnomes get onto the stage.
Yeah.
And you see a dwarf popping up there too. The dwarf gets down, basically sits at what effectively is like a drum set and stuff, and the gnomes start pulling out all kinds of weird ass fucking instruments. You're not even sure what half of them are, I'll be honest with you. But they are like a one. There's 3 of them, and each of them could be their own one-man band, basically. And they start playing shit that just goes off the rocker. It's fantastic music. You have no idea what the fuck is that they're playing. But it is fantastic to listen to. Gives a nice beat to dance to, though. Alright.
Ania's... Go ahead.
I was just trying to figure. I think we're talking about like the Dakota scenes. Like Dakota, he definitely looks like a little sheepish. Just like I've never really danced before.
Well, I was hoping not to mention it, but I'm a terrible dancer, so we'll see how this goes.
I mean, I've heard a lot about, characters dancing. No idea what it's supposed to look like. I'm just going off of what I'm seeing here.
Both you roll me performance.
That's actually pretty good on that.
Good thing performance is a charisma roll?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I believe they both have half decent charisma. Wow.
Yeah.
Hoda has good charisma. Wow.
Oh, we got the same roll. That's pretty impressive.
That's crazy.
So
we
Match
do
together
like
step for
dancing.
step.
So neither of you are particularly good at dancing. You're very passable. You see a couple of the folks on like the Inner Sanctum kind of give you like a side eye and such, but especially considering the music that you're dancing to, they're like half judging you and half confused as to what you're doing. While the folks in the outskirts and stuff, they just start clapping. They just start clapping along. They just start dancing with you and shit. But yeah, you guys are more or less passable at dancing. It's not spectacular. It's not amazing, but both of you are the exact same level.
Yeah. We are both decent. Not used to being. Oh, yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead. No,
you go. You go. No, you go.
Okay. Aldith is actively laughing and has like this great big smile on her face. She actually looks happy for one.
Aww.
Aww.
Okay.
We ain't too shabby. Not used to being this looked at before though.
Quite the same feeling here, but I don't really care. I'm having a great time.
Yeah, same.
Mm-hmm.
Just dancing and having a good time and Dakota only steps on you a couple times.
She'll probably step on his feet as well by accident.
Yeah.
Nah, do on purpose.
Yeah, especially because Dakota just went through like two different, very different sizes in the last hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
While you guys are dancing, Ania and Sapphire, what are you two doing?
Ania, she was gonna like throw her hands up soon after the band started playing, but like, yay, harmony! Because like there's multiple races up on the stage. She is gonna head to the gambling den. What she's actually looking for, or rather what she's curious about, is if anyone's playing dragon chess. She knows it's not like a usual gambling thing, but she's wondering if, like, since this is a high-class establishment, maybe there's like a dragon chess thing going on.
Interesting. You do see a couple folks who are boasting about stealing an Asimar's money because he lost so terribly. They've never seen someone bluff so terribly in their entire life, and they got like 20 gold from it. It was fantastic.
Poor Ortis.
Yeah. Like, he just never, he didn't speak a single lie. Even told us what his cards were. Never seen a man do that before. But as you look around the room, I will say, yeah, there's one dragon chest thing. They're more or less like kind of alone near the side. We'll say it's a dragonborn who is sitting there. We'll say it's a blue dragonborn specifically. And they're saying there they every now and again you see like someone come up, they'll play chess for a few rounds, and then they'll actually stand up and shake the person's hand and give them money and then walk away. And they never finish a game. You see like 4 games in like 10 minutes that pass through. They never finish the game. They get about 5 or 6 moves in, and then they admit defeat and walk away.
And Nia's like, oh no, that's high class dragon chess. Oh, I don't know if I'm that good. She does, since she overheard the talk about stealing Ortis's money, and she knows because she saw Ortis get the money, she's going to like slide up, and she's like,
no, are you all done playing for the night? I just got here to the gambling room and I was thinking about playing a few rounds myself.
Oh, little lady, ain't you a bit young to be gambling with us? And it's like an old, like 60-year-old human who has like a not a cigar, but like something in his teeth, like a wheat stem or something to chew on.
Oh well, I'm an adventurer. I think that means I'm old enough. Look, I have the money for it.
And she like takes out a gold piece.
It's like, I see. All right. Well, you're a adventurer, so are we. Feel free to step onto the table, little miss. Step up to the table, and we'll play some games. Do you know how to play poker?
I only have a passing knowledge of it. Could you show me?
Oh, absolutely. He does show you like how to play the entire table. Like he lists out like all the different hands. He lists out the different ways to. He gives you a comprehensive like tutorial on how to play poker. Is remarkably thorough.
Okay, is this one of the guys who was bragging about it?
100%.
Okay, Ania listens and she's taking this time to study how he plays and like maybe what his tells are, because he's just casually talking. So she's trying to get a feel for what his expressions are when like he's happy about something or when he's stern and so on.
Interesting. Roll me insight. Damn. All right. So you are watching him. You're not as used to dealing with especially old humans. You don't encounter many of them in the adventuring life, as they usually die fairly easily. By the time you meet most folks, they're either young adventurers or they're stupidly old ones who are too gritty to die. So it's interesting seeing him because he's quite jovial. He's quite an entertaining person. He makes a lot of jokes. Whenever he starts showing you different hands, he usually refers to the hand by like a shorthand method, For example, full house, he just calls it a full. You know, he shortens things down quite consistently. But you do notice, like, his hands are, the way that he shuffles the deck and the way he moves the cards around, he has clearly been playing, like, cards and shit like that for decades, at least. And he seems to be really, really good at it. The other folks around you, they don't seem to know him very well, at least from the best that you can tell. They might have seen him a couple times. One of them might have been his friend, but he seems to just be kind of a loner for the most part. And as he's showing you the different bits and pieces, he does have one tell that you're able to figure out relatively quickly. And it's that he typically touches his scruff. You don't know exactly when he does it, whether it's when he bluffs, when he lies, but it seems to be when he's entertained to some degree.
And did Sapphire follow me to the poker table? Or is Sapphire finding a different game to play?
Sapphire followed me, yeah.
Okay.
Nice. Okay, so got 2 audience then.
And he gave you all a comprehensive rundown of the entire thing. By the time he's done, which takes about 10 minutes, you more or less know the entirety of how to play. He also has a cheat sheet of every single one of the hands as well.
Also, Ania did lie. She knows how to play poker.
And as he, like, straightens out the deck, he starts to, like, shuffle and stuff, and he starts to play down. You notice, especially with your high perception, he does not cheat. He is just playing it straight.
Very cool.
Yeah. He seems, from what you can tell,
then?
he seems like he's relatively honorable, I would say. As you guys are playing, he's just like, so, what brings you over to the gala here? You know, a lot of us folks from the outskirts and stuff, but you don't seem like an outskirts kind of folk, you know.
Oh, our party was called here. I think a lot of the adventuring parties got invites. Oh, this is my first gala I've ever been to, so I've been really excited.
Ah, I see. Well, I'm glad that you're having a fun time then. What have we been doing so far? And he's, like, playing as you guys play. Feel free, both of you, to roll me just a straight d20. Yeah, right?
Just a d20.
Just the luck of the game at this point. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's like, I'm glad you guys are having a good time, you know. The High Elves been around amok a little bit, but they're seem to be a relatively alright group for the most part. Unless you get to, like, the real known ones. Jesus Christ, because she got a natural 20.
Nice!
Bogsby!
She got the impossible hand.
Yeah. And, like, he's like, you can see him clearly playing. He's, like, very entertained and stuff like that. And, you know, he plays his hand. It's a really good hand. Like, his hand is remarkably good. It beats yours by a mile. And he, like, kind of reaches forward to the middle before Sapphire lays down her cards. And he goes, luck at the beginner. I always thought that was a myth. But sometimes you just get it right. And he pushes, like, the coin pile over to Sapphire. There's probably at least, like, 10 gold just straight up in that coin pile. It's definitely from previous pots as well, that they've just kind of placed on table and moved around a lot. It seems to be like they move the pile around based on who's winning, and you just keep adding to the pile, and eventually someone stops.
Nice, we've already won back Ortis's earnings.
But he smiles and he plays out another hand, and it goes about the same, where Sapphire just kind of gets really good hands several times, and he seems more entertained by the fact that she's winning than he is anything else, and he quite frequently adds, like, several silver or some copper or, you know, other trinkets and stuff like that to the pile. Everyone's kind of adding to the pile. Every now and again, it shifts over. 1 or 2 times you win. Sometimes it moves over to just a random mook before it moves back. Sometimes they just move it to the middle of the table and they're just having fun with it and stuff. And he's talking to you. He's like, but you're an adventurer. You see, what got you into the adventuring game? You know, it seem like you're here for the love of the battle. You know.
Well, I'm a druid of the stars, and I got a prophecy that said I need. And since I was the one who got the prophecy, I figured that I needed to go out and see it through.
I see. There's a lot of weight on your shoulders, miss.
And she'll think about that, and she'll say, like,
yeah, that's been worrying me a little bit lately, but, the outskirts or just beyond the outskirts of Haven are actually my home, so I'm gonna visit home soon and get some relaxation after this.
It's always nice to come back to your roots and talk to those who know you the best. I sometimes do, but my home is on the sea more than anything else. Ain't got much that ties me here. It's been a while since I've been back out there, but one day I'll be coming back out there sometime here soon.
Oh, are you a captain?
Something like that. I haven't really been captain of my own vessel for a couple of years now, but back in my youth, I used to pilot all kinds of ships. I was kind of not really a well-known adventurer, but I was quite a fearsome one back in my day.
Oh, wow. Have you heard the stories of the metal boat?
The metal boat, you say? Huh. Interesting. Yeah, it's a ghost ship story. How do you know about it? It's an old sailor folk tale.
I was in the library, or I guess it's more of a bookstore. They had a big book on different tales and stuff. I heard some rumors as I was going around.
I see. Feel free to roll me another d20, and we'll see how your hands are looking.
it was almost a 17.
You should be able to use the Oriander bot Sapphire. Oh, that works too. All right. She got a 7. All right, 3, 7, 16. So he's definitely like starting to kind of play his hands a little bit better. He's folding a few times a bit more. He's moving things around a little bit. And he seems to be winning a little bit more often than otherwise. You can still tell he's definitely not putting his full like attention into it or anything like that. He's just playing for fun more than money. He doesn't seem to care about losing the money either. And he's just as he's talking, he's like, I see. Well, back in the olden days, back when I was a wee lad, there was a story that went around. The story goes as a fog will roll in, sometimes on inspecting town, sometimes on lighthouse, all this fun stuff, right? And it takes a lot of fishermen, sailors, general folk. Don't usually takes on the bigger folk. So those folks out in Star South Kingdom, they don't know too much about it. Never hunts the bigger ones. But I was a small time boatman. I had my own little ship. It was a little dinghy more than anything else. And a ship like mine, you hear a lot of stories. You hear a lot of tales of pirates, of the fearsome foes, and all others who wish to raid you of your money, your food, and your feed. And this ship is no exception to that. It comes in with the fog. It becomes a ghost on the waves. You never see it coming. You never see it going. It's just there. And it's made out of metal. It's surprising. We don't really see metal on boats very often. Most of it's just good old wood, and all we need is the wood. But the gnomes have been thinking about putting some plates on the boat, keep it a little bit stronger and stuff. But the gnomes always like to experiment, So I've seen this big old boat on the water, and it's just full all metal, all kinds of crazies. I've heard various stories, various rumors about it, but it's generally just a ghost ship down the coast. Very fearsome indeed.
Ooh. I was thinking of going down to the coast sometime. Maybe I'll ask around there. That sounds exciting.
You wish to see the boat? It's usually a death sentence for most to see it.
No, I was going to ask about the ghost stories. I bet they're even better around the actual, docs and such. Do you think it's real?
I can't say too much about whether or not something is real. In my olden age, you see everything as a possibility. Every story has a little bit of truth to it. I think there is a ghost ship out there, some kind of weird thingamabob, but I don't think it's made entirely of metal. That'd be just kind of silly, but a skeleton ship full of ghosts and stuff, I could see that happening.
Well, maybe I better be careful if I go to the coast.
Oh, certainly.
Figure if something like that happened, though. Like, if people did see it, I mean, the story has to get out somehow, which means people have seen it happen and, live to tell about it.
Oh, certainly. I had a lad, how many years ago was that? 20, 30 years? Something around that. I had a lad back then, and they say they came onto my ship because they were spooked of the ghost tales and stuff. But from what they told me, right, their old man was on a little bit of a fishing boat, right? They were on the shore, they were looking over everything, just trying to make sure everything was working right, And the old man was on this little fisher dinghy. And suddenly, it was the middle of the night as they were trying to catch some of the sea crawlers, which exclusively come out during the nighttime, usually on calm waves. And he was watching his old man do all this, and the boat just off the shore, and a wave came in. And with the wave came a mysterious fog that flew over the general shore. And from what I was told by my little laddie, there came a big sight. Big boat. Way bigger than his old papa's little dinghy. It way bigger. It overshadowed it completely. And for some reason, his papa's boat went there. Went right up to the boat. And then it drifted away. The big old boat went away with the fog as quickly as the fog had arrived. And his papa little dinghy, it came right back to shore, just without his papa on it. Man, never could be alone on the sea again. He didn't trust the sea enough. Never took another small little dinghy again.
Oh, wow, that is spooky.
Now it was a weird tale, or his dad just left him, or his dad got dragged down by a sea tentacle monster. Who knows? But the fog is a spooky thing. And if you ever go down there, don't get on a small boat. They might hunt you down and track you.
Got it. What do you think, Sapphire? Spooky, right?
Sapphire?
Sapphire might be busy.
Yeah. Very possible. All right.
And so at this point, Ania has determined this individual, as far as she knows, isn't malicious. He's just really good at the game, and he's a friendly guy. So she's not like trying anymore to win Ordis's money back, but it would be nice if she did. So she's just having a good time at the poker table.
Okay. Yeah, you guys pray probably for like another few rounds or so. The money trades hands quite often, especially the folks around him seem to be just having a good time. There's like eventually it becomes a try hard, but he very quickly gets removed and stuff because it's just not their kind of game. But it shuffles hands a lot, and eventually the pot goes back to you, and you notice that like more or less the final round because he's gonna call it for the night because it's getting late. But the pot goes to you, and you guys play one more round, and then he actually folds his hand, and several of the other folks do too. So the pot does go to you.
Yeah. Definitely knows this is a setup.
But he starts like grabbing a lot of the different cards, start moving them back. If you want, you can roll perception to see if you can see what his cards were.
I would love to.
23. That worked well. So as he's kind of pulling them away, you didn't have a particularly good hand. Like you had a half decent one, but it was like middle of the grounds, right? He had like effectively a 4 of a kind in his hands. He absolutely would won, but he chose to fold instead. And he's like putting all the cards away and stuff, and like he's leaving the money to you essentially as everyone starts getting up. They're all happy about it too. Not a single one of them was like mad or anything. He kind of looks at it and he just goes, "Well, Mish, it was a lovely time shooting you. If you're ever around the docks of I need to grab out my map one." Elements, D&D, here, my map, there we are. What's my building called? If you're around the shores of Seabreeze, let this old fisherman go know. My name is Fisherman Bill. Most folks just call me Bill.
Bill, you say?
Bill.
She looks to Sapphire briefly. Bill, you say?
Some folks call Bill Bob, but I always go by Bill.
It's like, oh, thank you. My name is Ania, and this is Sapphire. Maybe I'll be able to pay you back when we get there.
She says, like, casually hinting.
He chuckles. He just kind of goes, it's always good to let first-timers embrace the love of the game. You know, they always come back a second time, so it's good to see you play. You played well, very well. Your druid nature really comes out for you. You kept looking at everyone, and he gives you like a twinkle in the eye, kind of a smile. He goes, "You're very smart, young lady. Very, very smart."
And she like sits a little bit straighter, like puffs up. Like,
thank you. Sapphire played better though.
She has a natural talent for it, certainly.
It's like, which is really weird.
Sapphire just saying there like, I always play good. But he smiles, he collects up his cards and stuff. The money pile goes to you, which is effectively around like 40 gold, roughly.
Heck yes.
It's a pretty thick pile of gold, and none of them seem bothered by how much gold there is on there, how much they potentially have lost or anything like that.
Oh god, these are nobles. This is nothing to them. Oh
god. You do see like several of them do have like bags, and from the jingle of it and from sounds, they're full of gold. Not like silver, because they have a different sound to them, or copper. Not several of these folks have like legitimate, like full-on bags of gold on their side, and they're just casually walking away.
And Nia's not gonna risk it. She's like, I'm gonna take the pity money.
We are poor.
It was definitely, oh wow, this was really good company this time around.
Yeah. It's like, we haven't had good company like that in years. Let's give them some poor money. Have them come back.
Some money for the poor.
Money for the poor. Please, please give me more money.
I'll have to make sure to mark this as a donation on my taxes.
But yeah, so Dakota and Aldith, you two have been fancily dancing for just a little while now, just having a lovely fun time. Cyril and Gelmar, what have you two been doing exactly? As they've been dancing and Nia's been gambling with a possibly extremely rich people.
Dang, I don't even have anything that would probably take up that much time, but we'll see how this goes. I'm just going to open him by turning up and looking towards him. So I saw that you finally had the opportunity to try out the armor. How's it suiting you? Does it need any tweaks?
Well, we're going to stay the course. I mean,
it suits me quite well. I am extremely sorry that I treated you so poorly.
You were under a lot of stress, that much I grant you. I think I overreacted a fair bit in that encounter as well.
No, that was the right amount of reaction. I have I have ill-used all of you. And that is wrong of me.
I'm the most political position in the city, but I'm only one.
Well, I suppose recognizing the error is a pretty substantial step in fixing it. Does that mean you'll finally start being honest with us?
Well, what would you like to know?
What's really going on here, Cyril?
That is an extremely broad question. Could you help me out with what you mean?
Well, let's start small, well then I suppose. What exactly is it that happened in town that dragged you away for this long? And why were you unable to tell any of us about it?
That. There was not really sure how to word what I was doing.
That's a great comment.
Well, can't exactly pour some words into your mind to make that any easier. How about this? We'll postpone on that discussion for a little later. Give you a bit more time to think on it. But I will be expecting a legitimate answer sometime in the next several days.
Well, the physical thing that I was doing was investigating. And I found out a great deal of troubling information. At the same time, I was definitely avoiding all of you.
He actually does look slightly hurt by that comment, but it's also he has kind of done something similar to this in the past and disappeared to go handle work, but this kind of feels a bit more intense than that.
Mm-hmm.
What for?
I couldn't understand how kind you were all being after what I did.
Well, it'd be a lie to tell you I wasn't still at least a little bit mad. Dakota seems to have forgiven you. And honestly, you definitely hurt him more than anyone else. It would be a crime for me to be mad on his behalf.
Which confuses me, to be entirely honest. The only person whose reaction made any sense was Aldith.
Aldith knew about that? I don't remember telling her. What happened?
She found out. And then she punched me square in the face.
He actually does give a chuckle at that. Almost a little jealous. He says with a slightly teasing smile.
Yeah, I have not been the person that you all need me to be, and I have not been that person far too often.
But that person does still exist. I'm holding on to hope that he'll be making a return.
I very much wish to make amends for my failures.
Well, you've already made it clear that you feel bad about it, and that's at least a pretty strong step. Sorry, go ahead and continue.
I mean, it is something definitely that will be difficult. I'm not used to asking for help. It's been a long time of being the person called on, not the other way around. And I'm not supposed to be the one that falls apart. I think I just... Then I just went ahead and fell apart.
And it's clearly still eating you up now.
I think it will eat me up for a long time.
Well, have you approached Dakota about any of this?
I did. Kind of.
He deserves the full truth, probably more than any of us. You're not in this alone, Cyril, and you haven't been for a long while.
And it is something that I need to learn. Something that I will focus on doing much better at. I have let too many things eat away at me, I think. I thought I was over them. But really, they were just dull aches until the wound reopened.
No words? Gelmar is just going to wrap an arm around him and try and give him some level of a hug.
Aww.
He'll lean into it.
Aww.
Thank you.
A few more people need them than you would expect. Believe me, I know. I'm going to proceed to wrap the dragon wings around him as well.
Aww. Many people are giving you a wide berth as fucking silver dragonborn issuing issuing transparent dragon or translucent dragon wings around an actual fucking 9-foot tall cryptid. Huh?
Just call it ethereal.
Ethereal. Yeah, I couldn't think of the
dragon
word.
Wings.
But yeah, fucking ghostly dragon wings over a 9-foot tall cryptid. Yeah, they're giving you some space. About probably maybe half an hour or so later, you see Alicia standing at the that little first floor kind of whatever it's called landing. She's standing at that landing. She goes over to it. Ania, you can definitely tell she's frazzled by something. Everyone else, she just looks the same as she always does. Just very, very, very pretty.
I wonder what. I wonder why.
So she's standing there and she goes, congratulations, Harmonious Haven, on a wonderful and fantastic gala.
Liar.
Huh?
Liar.
It was an interesting experience, especially seeing all of you come together so interestingly. She kind of like looks over to the elves for a second before looking back. There has been many difficulties within our town, and I do hope that we will be able to push through that and organize what we are able to and work with what we're not. Gregory here, she gestures to Gregory, and Moravia to her right. And Moravia will be helping me in trying to establish more trade routes with Starshadow Kingdom to establish that we are able to succeed where we had not before. We will be building more, trying to give the outskirts a little bit more of a stable home than they have at the moment. Make you a part of the city, so to speak. We appreciate all of your efforts, and I'm glad that we had a wonderful gala. As she looks over at Percival and Father Morgan, she says, and another clap and another round of applause for Hollow Haven and the folks that they have sent over to gesture their goodwill to us. May we have many, many trade interactions with you in the future. And of course, most people just start clapping at that.
Ania is going to excitedly wave, and if Alicia looks over, she's just gonna like point to Dakota and give a thumbs up, like, "Hey, he lived! he survived his assassination."
She gives you a faint nod. Is a very small one, but you can definitely tell it's a nod to you. And then yeah, the gala starts to end. People start filtering out of the building. Everyone starts, you know, maneuvering on their ways. They get all of their weapons and all their other shit, and armor and whatever else the adventurers normally would wear, and they gather them up and head back. Most of them don't because they didn't come with armor or weapons, but few of them tried. Sapphire
succeeded.
Yes, she did.
Almost had to use it. Let's see. There would be an open window. Okay, no mind. Mm-hmm.
Before, like as all the important people are on the podium, Ania is going to watch them for a second, and Ania can read lips. So she's going to see if she can grab anything that the ambassadors are talking to each other about, or Percival and Morgan.
Interesting. Roll me a perception check. Because you are quite a distance from them.
Oh, got a bad one this time.
One of the first times in 50 episodes.
Keep your secrets.
You grasp a few bits and pieces, but nothing particularly interesting. Between Father Morgan and Percival, there's just like it's general small talk. There's nothing of importance there that you can gather. Between Moravia, Alicia, and Gregory, they do talk about a few bits and pieces, but mostly they talk about like development. You also do see the name T in there, or they specifically state T, so you know it's a name more than it is anything else. So they're probably talking about that to a degree, and they also mention Tinkerbell, which is the gnome ambassador who, for some reason, just isn't here.
So when they mention T, do they look stressed? Do they look like? Is there any like expression associated with the name?
Alicia does not have one. It just is whatever.
It's just T.
Yeah, it's just T. Moravia frowns a little bit, and she like her body definitely is like a little bit more tense, but it's more of annoyance than it is anything else. And then Greg, you know that sigh that you give when someone is just really fucking annoying and you just have to deal with them? So like you put your head in your hands and you just sigh with your whole goddamn soul?
Yeah.
That's what he does when the name T is out.
Okay. That's all Nia's looking for.
Okay. All right, you guys start aiming back. I'm assuming, Aldif, you immediately put your armor on.
Sir.
Very fair, very fair. All right, so you guys head back. I'm gonna have you guys go to the Stone Mug Inn, just so you guys aren't sleeping in the exact same place as the other guys, because there's only like 6 beds in there, so that would be a very, very interesting time.
Isn't Gilmore's weapons at the other inn?
Yes, they're still at the Traveler's Rest.
Shit.
Do you want to?
I guess we're going to Traveler's Rest first.
I mean, if nothing else, we could just pick them up and go somewhere else.
This is true. This is true. Yeah, you would be able to.
All the rooms are full.
Yeah, you would be able to get your weapons. Considering the amount of favor that the King's Highness have had on that bar, they do basically tell you. They also give you a little bit of a refund to a degree, so like 5 silver or such. But they did have your weapons just like stored more or less, and they just hand to you. They're in perfect condition. They didn't scratch them or anything like that. I don't think they could scratch them, but you know what I mean. So you are able to get fairly easily.
I pity the poor staff who had to carry Gilmore's great axe in there.
Well, there's an orc and there's a gnome, and I can tell you the gnome ain't lifting it.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It was totally the gnome that dragged that son of a bitch down into the basement.
But you guys get your shit from there. You guys head back to Stone Mug Inn, which normally has a few more rooms as well. So it's probably at least has a few rooms in it, and you were confirmed on that as well. I don't remember what his name was. Brock. Brock smiles, nods to you guys as you all come in. Is there anything you guys are going to be doing before you go and take your sleep?
Think Cyril's gonna kind of want to get everybody together.
Mm-hmm.
And
Ania would have briefly bragged, especially to Dakota, that she won 40 gold. But she would also say Sapphire is better than her at poker.
Yeah, you would all gather around, probably a small table or such. As per usual, the bartenders, they're bartending. But there doesn't appear to be anyone else. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning or so. So like everyone who went out of the gala, they're conking out. They're checking out real fast. So you're like the only people who are currently in the main area of this tavern.
I don't know if we'll get to this.
Sapphire is going to ask if anyone else was able to get weapons into the gala.
You got weapons into the gala?
Did what?
Oh, good job!
Are you kidding me?
Let's go. I got a gun.
I mean, does it count when does it count when all the weapons were attached to the elk and it just appeared in the middle of the ballroom?
Where were your weapons?
My gun's in a pocket dimension.
I know where your gun is. Your gun doesn't count.
I was just like, I wanted to bring my sword.
In my dress underneath the skirts.
I imagine that Sapphire like kind of shows one of her knives that's like in the weave of the fabric.
Wow.
It's incredibly well done.
Awesome.
I don't know if a sword and shield would fit the same.
Kellar stares up at his huge great axe. Yeah, I don't think that's fitting anywhere.
I have a dagger too. I could have fit it somewhere.
I brought my
and she points to the little necklace she always has that she's formed into like the gem of her cravat. And she's like,
oh, I brought one of my spell focuses, so I could have technically cast spells.
Oh, and you are welcome to take off your bracelet.
She is keeping hers, and she plans to do tests on it later.
Interesting.
Involving Gelmar.
Very fair. All right, and Cyril?
So yeah, I kind of try to get everybody together.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to apologize for the critical failures I have made in regards to simply being a part of this group. I should not have vanished like I did, and I should not have lied to you, Ania, and I should not have actively outrun Gelmar.
Ania will go ahead.
You all deserve a great deal better of me. And I will certainly be putting forth a much greater effort to be that person.
Ania?
Nia's actually quiet. She's waiting to see what the rest of the party says first. More or less.
Okay. Gelmar, how do you respond?
Gelmar's already heard this spiel. He's just giving him a nod of approval.
Fair.
Same wide smile, or same eyes closed, wide smile.
Mm-hmm. Dakota.
Dakota is going to be like
Mm-hmm.
well, he's kind of fidgeting slightly with his hands, and I think he's also going to be quiet for the most part.
Okay.
Fidgeting under his cloak a little bit.
Okay. Sapphire, how do you react? And while you type that out, Aldif, since you're the newest member of the party as well.
I think at like Cyril being like, you guys deserve better from me, she's sort of going to like shake her head in disagreement, but like to herself.
Okay. And Sapphire?
Sapphire says, I was wondering when you were going to apologize for your behavior.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Her.
I love that.
Ania does like does choke a laugh out. And Ania will like tap her fingers on the table, like, you know, in the wave fashion for a second, and she'll go like,
apologizing is one thing, but you have left the party without telling us more than once. So I hope that you actually do follow up on what you say.
That I am done doing. I think I need to admit to myself that I can't do this alone anymore. That this is far bigger than me.
Is it just the moon dust, or is there other things involved with why you keep, doing what you do?
Zero?
He's thinking for a second.
Mm-hmm.
If it is only the moon dust, that's fine. I'm just asking for different reasons. I'm not trying to put those reasonings down.
I understand. I'm trying to collect the words. These are sort of like gestures, generally.
Mm-hmm.
These are all my people. And I feel personally responsible. I don't know, and I ask myself every day why I was spared. Why the thing that my chapter was sent out to their doom, why it spared me of the madness, why it allowed me to escape. I could think of dozens of others who would have been better suited. And sometimes there's this little voice that suggests in whispers that maybe, just maybe, I was only spared because I was already monstrous. I think I'm trying to prove myself wrong.
Well, I don't know how you were before, but you're not that monstrous to me.
My people were raised hunters. Combat was first nature. Not even second, it was first. We would go out and eradicate whole groups of monsters because of the threat they posed. More than once. More than once, I could feel the eyes of my comrades. They were not admiring me. They were scared of something. If I'm honest with myself, I enjoyed combat. I was thrilled by it. And I have had 220 years now to pay for that.
Well, I think the answer to that question is probably something you haven't really thought about for a while.
Which is?
Why did you join the chapter?
It wasn't the same as the Adventurers Guilds. You were placed. And it was an honor. It was an honor to be placed in the 8th.
Why would they place people in the 8th?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
You're fine. Did you hear the question?
Yep, I heard it.
Okay.
You were placed in the 8th for I think the term was battle acumen.
Well, there's your answer. I don't think it's very monstrous to be good at battle. They just put you in a place that you were doing stuff you got feared for, I suppose, and you're very good at it. I don't think that makes you monstrous at all. What do you think, Dakota?
Yeah, I mean, I'm good with a gun and know how to use it, and I've used it a lot, and it seems like a lot of you are pretty firm on the idea that I'm not a, bad person for what I've done before.
You were placed in a position, too, somewhat willingly, but kept there unwillingly.
Sometimes I think back to the camp. I don't know where that thing came from. Barely got control of it before I tapped through.
Do you think it might be time to begin exercising it a little, to gain some level of understanding of it? Perhaps it can be controlled.
To be honest, I don't want to be that thing.
Yeah, that's also perfectly fair.
Would you like... Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Okay. And he's gonna lean over slightly. He's like, well, would you like to hear something that will cheer you up?
Sure.
how to neutralize moon dust.
Oh, you need to share that one.
And she's gonna glance towards Brock to see if he's listening.
He doesn't seem to particularly care.
And she's going to lower her voice more, and she's going to be watching Cyril like a hawk, trying to find any reaction to this. And just be like,
and I know what's in it.
He's gonna reach into his pack, and he's gonna put the refined and the unrefined on the table.
You do. I told you had it on you. You gave me flack for it.
I have it on me because I took it from the unrefined stuff I found in the hands of some street urchins, some teenagers.
She's going to point to the vials, and she thinks Cyril knows how to do this. If not, she thinks better than she can, at least, or maybe Aldith does. And she's like,
radiant power neutralizes it.
Huh?
Radiant stuff.
Syl just stares at you.
Do you have any spells or abilities, or maybe Aldith? Do you have any techniques that use radiance?
Ray needs to check that, not Aldith.
Fair.
I believe the answer is yes.
Cyril's gonna lean over the table, rubbing the side of his face. Yes.
Yes.
I have my guiding bolt, but that's a little bit big. If you have something gentler, you can try it right now. It might spark a little bit, though.
You have Sacred Flame that you could use, Aldith.
Oh, well, there we go. Is that...
It's a cantrip.
Hey. Okay, so it's always prepared. Yeah. Schlep.
I mean, actual fire, though?
It makes...
Flame like radiance. It's flame like radiance.
Okay,
yeah,
so it's not actual fire. We're
radiant
good.
Damage. Yeah.
We're not going to blow up the tavern.
Not just yet. And she can control the size of it, too, to a degree. So she can make a very tiny spark onto her hands.
Would we like me to cast it?
Yeah.
Alright.
Oi. Did it do anything? Hello?
Yeah, it popped up in the chat.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I did it twice. Maybe.
You were fine. Yeah, you essentially you create a small flame in your hand. Rather than it being fire and the flames flickering around and you can feel the heat from it, this one gives you a more, I suppose, kind of serene feeling as the light touches upon you. There's no real heat to it. It's just a wonderful feeling. And you can just kind of let the fire kind of move forwards before. I'm assuming you just kind of basically drop a little bit into the unrefined or refined moon dust.
Yeah, so whichever is close or whichever Cyril hands to her.
Cyril?
Her current problem is unrefined, but it seems that refined is also being used, isn't it? I'll give her the refined. I gotta see this happen on the good stuff.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
All right. So, as the fire kind of flickers into the container, you guys hear a bubbling from inside the container. Now, the container is straight dust, right? It's not like a liquid version. The unrefined material does have some liquid in there. It's what the black specks are. They're tiny bits of liquid that are sticking to a bunch of it. But the refined stuff is just pure dust. There's no liquid in there. but you guys can hear it start to boil as the fire moves into the dust. Kind of similar to taking a flamethrower to sugar, basically. Just significantly more volatile as it starts to kind of like bubble and boil and splash around the tiny container before like it starts splashing out of the container onto the table.
Oh wait, maybe we should do that outside. Oh dear.
Do any of us have a cup, like a metal
Yeah,
cup?
like if Nia's gonna like grab a tankard or something.
I mean, Gelmar's got the special tankard Cyril gave him, but I don't think he wants to use this for that.
Yeah. Essentially, Brock just kind of like throws you one of his normal tankards. Seemingly not really. Yeah, he doesn't seem particularly bothered by the fact that you guys just lit his table on fire to a small degree. But he just kind of pops it to you, and you're able to shove it in there really quick. The sound is somewhat unpleasant, as it's like sparking and it's like high speed velocity dust slamming into the metal. It lasts for like probably 30, maybe 40 seconds as it's just like popping. You can see that the vial itself explodes in the tankard. Not like super big explosion, but like it pops. Very, very distinct pop as the just the force of the flame inside of the dust causes it to expand rapidly. And by the time that's all done, you guys can see that the dust is now ash, more or less. It's effectively what you would consider to be ash, and the glass that was holding it is also now more or less melted.
Oh, that was not nearly. Well, we tried it on a punch bowl. It was much calmer then. Goodness.
That would mean the unrefined would be less volatile. He's going to pull out a journal.
Okay.
And he's going to flip through it. So there is a lot that I found over the 4 days that I disappeared. I'm actually going to just post it.
Mm-hmm. That's your brain on drugs, kids. Pretty much. Alright, where are you posting?
Make sure I got the right notes here. Yep.
All the good shit. That's what you get for taking notes, kids.
Right.
Alright.
And I'm going to just post this into the campaign chat.
Okay.
Right.
While Cyril is getting his notes together, and Nia's going to look to Aldith because she's realized some things like,
oh, do you know what this dust is, by the way?
I've never known what this was.
No, I mean...
And she's like gesturing to Aldith because she doesn't actually know if Aldith is on board with the rest of the group what moon dust is.
Oh.
That's fair. That's fair.
Oh.
You have never heard of moon dust before. I don't think you ever encountered
it. So she's just gonna like shake her head very quickly. Like, no.
Staring at the explosion in the tankard.
Oopsie, sorry.
Did I break something valuable? And Ania like turns to Cyril for Cyril to give the dramatic description of what it is.
Moondust is the plague, I think, would be the best word for it. It started over 100 years ago. It is a powerful hallucinogen. And it is extremely addictive. The usual result was to eventually hallucinate something so terrifying, or to be without it for so long that it caused you to die in some way, shape, or form. I watched it take over the outskirts, and unsuccessfully fought it with the help of the guard. The biggest breakthrough was the burning of the windmill. And I'm not sure if everyone at this table would agree with the methods employed. But they were necessary.
How does Aldith react to that?
Were the innocent people spared?
Nobody was spared.
She seems conflicted by this answer. But she's gonna just be like, she's gonna nod her head for a second, and then she's gonna be like, then let's get rid of this shit.
Ooh.
That's the rub. Recently, the camp incident. It turns out that this is a well-funded organization run by the Elven Kingdom.
During this time, Ania has been looking over the notes Cyril put on the table,
Mhm.
and she isn't smiling, which is very unusual because she smiles even when she's upset half the time. But she looks downright concerned, almost scared, as she's like slowly going through it.
Ooh. Intriguing. Okay.
Hey, Sen.
Mm-hmm.
It says here that there's black liquid inside.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the same goo that the necromancer turned into when we defeated him in like episode 4?
It's a very good question. You guys won't be sure because it's been so long.
Well, crud.
No. Ania has a high enough intelligence. She would remember.
Do the
could
roll.
roll
She
for
did.
this one.
The amount of
She is the one
trauma
who
she's been
stamped it
through in the
out.
last couple like months or like a month or so.
Fair. That's fair.
You guys have
This
seen
is her first time.
so much shit. Like, how long ago would that feel to your characters? Because that was like a month and a half ago for your characters specifically. Like, that would feel like ages ago at this point.
But it is also the person who almost killed her the first time.
This is true.
That who she purposely walked over when she was only at like 2 health after getting back up and made sure died.
That is very
She did
true.
it herself.
So, you can't tell from this small quantity because it's just tiny little dots and stuff.
Yeah.
But you would absolutely be able to tell if it's the same substance if you had a large amount of it.
Okay. That's not really
Cyril
on Ania's
knows
mind
where
at this
it
moment.
is. Huh?
That's not on her mind at this moment, regardless.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, Cyril, how are you reacting to this?
To Ania's upset silence.
Mm-hmm. Something's bothering her for sure.
What do you see?
Inia looks over to Cyril, then to the group, and then she leans back and looks to Brock and says,
Mr. Brock, we have some really important stuff to talk about. Could you go to the kitchen for a few seconds or something? Maybe a couple minutes, please?
He shrugs. He already locked the doors for the most part because you guys were last ones in. He knows you are heading upstairs anyways. So he just kind of shrugs and he starts walking to the back.
Thank you. I'll tip you later.
Just turn off the lights before you head upstairs.
Yes, sir.
And then she leans back in and she looks to the group and puts her finger on the notes and starts to scroll down as she talks. And her voice seriouses up a lot. It's according to what I heard, moon dust is made from dead god's blood. And there is a dead god under Haven. Which means this sewer system they want to go to the Orc Quarter for harvesting purposes directly probably leads to this dead god so they can harvest them better. And Gregory's not tea. Gregory actually really dislikes tea. I don't know who tea is yet, though. But the elves probably have a dead god somewhere too. They're also harvesting from. So the two operations could be linked or could not. And she politely clasps her hands and sits back while everyone gets to soak that in.
There is one thing I need to add to all of this that I did not put in my notes. I need to go down into the sewers. I made a deal with Grimly, and she wants something down there.
Do you think it's the same thing that these elves want? That this tea was it once?
He wouldn't tell me. She just said that any mortal would know as soon as they saw it.
Oh, that doesn't scream otherworldly. I don't know what does.
And now, with Ania's information, I fear it may have something to do with this dead god.
Well, I say we take a bit of time tomorrow, properly sharpen our equipment, on our techniques, and see what we can do about finding our way down there.
There's also, we must be very prepared for whatever is down there, because from what the urchins told me, nobody comes back.
Well, clearly someone did.
Well, no one that's not supposed to be down there.
Anya is mumbling more to herself than the group, and she's saying,
Why would they use something so important to make a drug? That doesn't make any sense. That's stupid. No, the more sensible option would be it's an experiment. And the people who don't know it's an experiment are just treating it as a good way to make money.
Fortunately, based on what we know of what the elves did to the young T, this could be a subtle way of dismantling this settlement without turning it into a glass crater.
I think there's more than one thing going on here, because I think whoever is dealing in moon dust has different objectives from whoever is harvesting it. Because that's the only thing that makes sense to me.
To be fair, we can only hope that they have a reason that makes sense in the first place.
Well, I suspect they're not likely to tell us if we go up asking. Matter of fact, they're probably more likely to try and use it as an opportunity to spread rumors for our madness.
We have rumors?
I'm certain someone is spreading some of any variety about us. But that's beside the point.
Before we go anywhere tomorrow, I do want us to go to the guild hall.
Do you have a report to submit?
First of all, did we make the report?
Yes. You're welcome.
Thank you. Second of all,
I told them that we got rid of the other group that was bothering Roderick's group, and I did not tell them the whole thing about Roderick, but I told them that they have more important things to deal with right now, which is the Vampire Lord. Which I think is also the first time Aldith is hearing about a Vampire Lord.
Right, because Cyril was being very vague about it to Grail.
Oh wait, no, Aldith probably heard about it before when Ania was telling the guild's master the first time. But now she's just saying it again, but she'll continue. He's like, and I don't think I told him about the tree. That's more Alicia's thing. And I also told the guild that there's Yanti involved, and they're very, like, weirded out by that. And Alicia said, well, no, you were there for that. Alicia might send us to Star Shadow Kingdom at some point.
Right. Okay. Well, then I guess the biggest thing is that there was something that I dropped off and was originally going to ask Carla to, there's no way to sugarcoat it. I was going to ask her to lie for me. And give it to you as a gift from the guild.
To me?
All of you.
Ooh.
It is easier shown. It is easier shown than it is outright said.
Ania starts to say something, then stops, and she's like,
I think I know what it is, but I don't want to spoil the surprise if you really want it to be one.
I would be surprised if you knew what it was.
I have one guess.
Go for it.
You got us some sort of moniker or emblem we all can wear that has the Vale's Equinox crest or something on it.
We have a crest?
What did Cyril say?
You're adorable. No.
No, we don't have a crest, but something along the lines I was thinking of.
We don't,
and I get
but
to be
we
surprised.
should. We don't, but we should. We will have to think on that. I still need to paint this armor.
I mean, I'm fairly certain you could get the felt replaced. Shouldn't be that hard to dye that.
Oh, yes. Right, I'm so used to the armor being...
Fully metal?
Yes.
Still, while it was a pretty popular style of armor that many lords who favored who thought of themselves as fighters would occasionally use. I've been starting to try and implement it in some of the pieces of equipment I've constructed. A lot easier for her to change the color of.
I think you will do quite well, even if you choose not to be an adventurer your entire life.
Oh, believe me, I've already a few plans for later on, he says, giving you a smile.
But in response to your guess, Ania, no. Though that is a good idea. We should think of that. Right?
I get to be surprised too. Hooray, that's so rare.
Alrighty, well, we shall see what that surprise is next week, as this seems like a very good time to end, especially considering the time. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed all the stuff that you guys have seen so far. If you guys have, absolutely go follow all my players. They're, at least the ones here are there. And go check out Grail as well. Let me shout him out real quick. At Wada. So go check him out too, because he's really fucking cool. And I absolutely appreciate his willingness to be here early on a day that he doesn't have to be here on. So it's absolutely wonderful. Very, very sweet of him. We're going to move over to my end screen here. If I can find it. There we go. If you guys have not seen this end screen before, it was made by Story Estri, who is playing Ania. And she does, I believe, have her VGen open. So absolutely go check out her stuff. I love her art. She does more than just GBs. She is amazing. Absolutely adorable.
Commissions.
Huh?
I just like commissions.
Yes, give all the commissions. But we're going to do a raid, and we're going to raid my very good friend, Wow, it's Wubsy, because she is coming back to streaming. She hasn't been streaming for like, I think like 2 or 3 months now. I haven't been able to see any of her streams because she's been like moving and a whole bunch of other stuff. She moved from the East Coast, I believe, the West Coast or some shit like that. So she's just been dead to the world for like fucking months now. But she's her return stream. And yes, if anyone is interested in this series, we do have a VODs channel specifically for our. I appreciate the follow. We do have a VODs channel specifically for all of our TTRPG stuff. We also have one for our regular gaming VODs too. But every Friday and every Saturday, we do a D&D Inside My World of Ithiar. They are sister campaigns, so they're in the same world at the same time. We have had a crossover so far. That was last session. And every now and again, we obviously take breaks. But for the most part, we stick by almost every single week on Friday and Saturday at 6 p.m. PST. We may or may not be adjusting that time ever so slightly in the far future, but we shall see as we get there. We also won't be streaming on Halloween, so we won't be doing a D&D stream on Halloween, nor will we be doing one on the 1st of next month, because I will need to recover, obviously. But if you guys are interested in joining us for this raid, talking to Wubsy, she's just doing Just Chatting right now, but she's an absolute sweetheart. Does all kinds of fancy stuff, usually plays Dead by Daylight. I believe she's still going on her subathon too, which is being changed after so long for her not being there. But she's absolutely amazing. I adore the crap out of her. Let's go say hi, bother the shit out of her, and let her know that we absolutely adore her. All right, have a wonderful night, ladies and gentlemen, and I will see all of you fine folks either in, how many hours? About 5 hours for our podcast that I do with Wally, or tomorrow at 6 p.m. PST for our D&D campaign. All right, have a good night. Bye!
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.